What's up, you guys? It's Rob here. Today we're going to be going over ticker symbol PLTR. We'll cover it on a daily, weekly, and monthly time frame. I'm also going to start right off the bat. I'm going to talk about the double click event because I need to say this and I feel like it needs to be said. The event was confusing for me, at least. I am not a data scientist, so the presentation that they made, you can find the presentation if you Google Palantir. If you hop on YouTube and type in Palantir demo day, I'll actually link the presentation down below so you guys can watch it too. But the presentation really, to me, was very confusing. The fact that the video was professionally done, but the audio made me cringe because it did not sound good at all. And if they are using this video for their marketing strategy, their marketing department needs to reevaluate that, because I, as a non-data scientist, couldn't understand what Palantir could do for me, kind of thing. Now, yes, I have done deeper DD on Palantir, so I definitely do, but just very quickly analyzing this, the video didn't really help me understand what Palantir does. And I think that's one of the problems that Palantir is struggling with, is their marketing strategy right now is not the best, and they're not able to convey what Palantir can do for certain companies in a very clear manner, to the point that it hits executives and goes, oh, you guys can save me a lot of money by streamlining my workflows, looking at certain solutions, looking at problems, and performing essentially AI and data gathering within my company. And that's a problem. And when you can't convey what you can do for another company through your marketing, it's going to be very difficult for the company to get off the ground. Now, personally, I think Palantir is going to be worth probably close to $50. That's my personal price target by the end of the year. I think Palantir could easily be $100. But I honestly think this could happen a lot quicker if they figure out their marketing problem and get that solved, because that video, it needs to be better. And if it was better, honestly, I think Palantir would have had a lot more of a bullish day. And I think, and tomorrow, I hate to say it, guys, but be prepared to head back downwards, because I don't see why we would go up. I didn't understand it, and I'm a tech guy. So what do you think an executive at Capital One or Visa, MasterCard, or a bunch of Fortune 500 companies is going to do? They're going to sit there and they're going to scratch their head and they're not going to know what to do, while the data scientist might be running down the hallway screaming that this is the greatest thing ever because they understand it. But Palantir is hindering themselves when they don't have good marketing material that is clear and conveying their message in a very clear manner. So as soon as Palantir can solve their marketing problem, personally, the stock is going to go mooning, because it's going to be easy for companies to go, oh, that's what you do. Okay, yeah, let's get you guys signed up today, kind of thing. It's going to be real quick. And I'm personally going to take this opportunity, and I mean, hopefully Palantir figures it out quicker than later, kind of thing. But I'm going to take the opportunity and load up more of my 125 shares and probably increase my stake to 200, if not more, because the company is going to take off. It's just they got to solve this marketing problem. That's the thing that I see, honestly, outside of their people can bring up their insider trading, but I mean, yes, it is a red flag kind of thing, but it hasn't happened recently. So to my knowledge. So I'm not concerned about that necessarily. The more thing that I'm concerned about is the fact that their marketing team can't figure things out. All right, enough of me ranting. I'm sorry, guys. Make sure that you drop a like down below on this video, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And if you made it to this point in the video, just drop a comment saying, don't rant so long, Rob, kind of thing, because I'm so sorry, guys, to rant that long. But it's how I feel about Palantir, and I feel like it needs to be said, because I don't think people are going to say it tomorrow. But hopping into the chart, taking a look at the 1 day, 1 minute chart here. The huge thing is we did have our high here at 26.20. Now, I did have several calls today for Palantir, and I did sell them around, I think it was about 25.80. So I did make a decent chunk of change off of that. But after that, Palantir really, it just was a nosedive for the rest of the day. We have this support here at 2460 that we actually touched a couple of times, and we broke through it, reclaimed it, and then broke through it, reclaimed it, and then almost touched it again, and then broke through it later in the day. And really this breakthrough later in the day, I think, was when the demo day was over, and a lot of people, probably like me, I wouldn't be surprised, were like, eek, not happy about it. I'm sure some people ended up selling their shares out of this. I'm still holding on to mine. I am going to hold on to mine because I know Palantir, as soon as they figure their things out, they're going to be a great company. And this is going to, in my mind and in my prediction, it's going to be worth triple digits at least. So that's my prediction for beyond 2021. But the huge thing is we did break through this support here of 2460. That we were trading above the 120 and 30-day moving average yesterday, and today you can see that we're trading well below it. We do have periods where we dip above the 30 moving average and 120, but here on a micro perspective, it doesn't look good. Looking at the MACD, the MACD, I'm not going to lie, is not happy. This is definitely very overextended moves. We did cool off a little bit later into the day, but a lot of our moves today were definitely overextended on a very micro perspective to the MACD. If we hop out here to the 5-day, 5-minute time frame, you can see the amazing move that we had yesterday, and we got all the way up to $26. When I saw us moving this morning up to $26, I was like, we're going 20, I was like 26, 27, 28, 29, like let's keep it going. And as soon as I saw 26.20 and then we weren't retesting it, I was like, we're going down. Like I had that feeling in me. I was like, well, if I want to get out of my call contracts for a positive gain, I need to get out of them now, kind of thing. So, but taking a look here at the RSI, sitting here in the after hours, we're sitting at 40.72. Looking at the MACD, we are technically in a bullish state towards the end of the day, but in the after hours, we do cross back over. Honestly, I hate being a bear because I really want to be a bull because I love Palantir, but I honestly think tomorrow we're probably going to be going down and maybe re-seeing this support here at 2280. I think that's where we're going to be heading tomorrow. If we're headed in the upwards direction, I will gladly take that because I would love that, but I have a hard feeling we're going to be going down, guys. So just prepare for that. And if you have any calls, you might want to consider getting out of them first thing in the morning, because unless if you're holding them for a very long period of time, if you're holding them for this Friday or next Friday, you might want to get out of them pretty quickly. But looking at the 5-day time frame, you can see that our moves over here were our morning move was not overextended as our later in the day move. But I mean, this is definitely a very volatile move. So we kind of are creating a little bit of a new support here at 23.74 because we did touch this back yesterday a couple of times. So that may be a support that we need to take a look at going into tomorrow and see if we respect that support or if we break down through it. We did have our intraday low of 23.65 and we did have our high of 26.20. So we did break this support level, but we did end up closing technically below it. But in the after hours, we're technically sitting right pretty much on it, if not a little bit above it. So really tomorrow, that's what I'm going to be looking out of the gate and out of the pre-market is how is the pre-market reacting? Are we going to gap down? Or are we going to gap up? Or like, what are we going to be looking at here kind of thing? Because today during the pre-market, we actually gapped up, but in days before, it definitely looks, we had a gap up here, but we did have a gap down here. So we got to keep that in mind. We might be due for a gap down tomorrow, considering that Palantir's demo day was not really well received by the general public. So I hate saying that. It hurts me to say that, but like it is the truth. And I'm here to tell you guys the truth, no matter how hard it is to hear. So hope you guys can appreciate that. But let's take a look here at the monthly perspective at the 1 day, 1 hour. So you can see today that the MACD did cross over the signal and we are headed down below the equilibrium, which is a bearish indicator. So we definitely are in a very bearish state. I mean, we sold off really heavily today. We went from 26.20 down to 23.70, which is a pretty harsh move for the stock. We didn't give up all our gains from yesterday, but we did give up a good portion of them. We're sitting here at 37.53 on the RSI, so almost we're getting towards oversold, but we're not quite there yet on the 1 month, 1 hour. But the huge thing that I want to take a look at is tomorrow, what might we be looking at? And the huge thing is this support here at 23.75. Are we going to respect it? If we don't respect it, the next support that I see on my charts is this 23.15 that we pretty much were trading along for a while. We have touched for several days. So that's a pretty good support that we have there. But I mean, that's a pretty dramatic move to the downside. And then after that, it's 22.80. I highly doubt, and I'm going to say this, I highly doubt that we're going to be seeing anything below $22 because it seems to be really hard for Palantir to make that move to that downside, unless if it is really being driven down by some negative news catalyst or something along that line, because we were not below 22.80 for a while here. And if we zoom out, back out to the 1 month, you can see really in the 1 month time frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and really this day we got back up above that 22.80. So 5 days out of the past month, so about a sixth of a month, we were trading below 22.80. So 22.80 is personally the furthest that I can see us falling, but I really hope that I'm wrong tomorrow and that we are ripping to the upside and that you guys are lighting me up in the comment section. Hey, you're wrong. You were wrong. We're going up. We're going to the moon kind of thing, because I would love that. I own the shares, but after today and after watching the demo day, I personally cannot see why we would be going up kind of thing, because I think tomorrow you're probably going to see articles of Palantir demo day disappoints or something like that kind of thing, because I definitely was disappointed by it. But that's what I got for you guys today. Sorry for the long rant in the beginning of the video. If you made it this long in the video, make sure that you drop a comment down below. Just tell me what your thoughts are on Palantir and all that kind of stuff. And make sure that you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure that you turn on the notifications for the channel. And thank you guys so much for the support. I greatly appreciate it. Each one of you guys who have subscribed, liked, commented, and all that kind of stuff. Like, thank you guys so much. I am so happy to have this community that I have now starting to form. And I can't wait to continue producing these videos and tracking our overall financial progress towards hopefully $1 million, or some of us getting massive gains kind of thing. So hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.